Hey Maddie, it is Kelly Krebs. We've just corresponded via email and phone, but here I am in person, so to speak. Anyway, I hope you're doing well. And as promised, this is some information about getting you registered for fall. I'm trying something new this advising session for the fall in putting together an individualized video for every student. I just find it a little more personal, and it just gives me a chance to talk through sort of a little bit about where you're at in the program and getting you your courses selected for fall. So I've attached it to this email, and the agenda that I'm following I've outlined so you can follow along with me as I go through everything. One of the things that I'm going to be referring to quite a bit throughout is this degree evaluation that you received and was attached to the email welcoming you to the program. I'm also attaching it to this email if you want to use that to review things. So first of all, just welcome to Hamline. We are very glad that this is all working out and that you're able to join our online program, or as what we call it, the ODC, the Online Degree Completion Program. And once we get you actually registered for courses, which I hope will happen this week, you'll receive get information about your official Hamline email address, which will also be your username, and it will be probably mharrison01 or 02. And that's what you'll use to log in not only to your email but also into Canvas, which is our learning management system, which is where all of your coursework, all of the interaction with your courses will take place. So, I mentioned this before, but besides serving in the admissions capacity for this program, I also serve as the online navigator, which means I'm the main advisor for students in the program. So I am here to answer any question you have from here on out as you move through. I'll work with you to make sure that you're selecting the right courses, getting registered for each term, and just making sure that you're moving forward on your academic plan and getting you to graduation. If you have any questions, do not hesitate to ask me. Of course, when you're in a course, if you have questions about the course or the content in that course, the instructor is the first person you go to, but I'm happy to be brought in, sometimes just to know what's going on in a class, to see if there's some larger issues that we can identify to help make the experience for students even better. So, Hamline Plan requirements. I talked a little bit about this with you, but just to give you a little overview. So the Hamline Plan is what we at Hamline call our general education requirements, sort of how Hamline does the liberal arts. And it's meant to provide you with a series of skills and competencies that we think are important for all Hamline graduates to have. It's not necessarily a set number of courses. One course can have multiple Hamline Plan letters on it. So as you look at your degree evaluation, that Hamline Plan column is in the middle. All of those letters represent different competencies or skills as part of it. Some of those you have met and are bringing in. Many of them are going to be attached to courses that are in the psychology curriculum. So again, that's what I'm looking at. When I look at your transfer degree evaluation, you'll see that you're bringing in 72 credits. One of those courses within the major you're bringing in, which was lifespan development, that leaves you with 12 courses within the major left to complete. And then the courses left to complete within the Hamline Plan are the transfer seminar, which is required for all courses starting, required for all students starting in the program. That English 1800 professional writing, collaboration, which I mentioned to you, I think will be eventually a part of the psychology curriculum. I'm thinking this fall you will see that in there. And then 2 fine arts letters, which will probably be separate courses. That leaves you with, as I look at it, probably 64 credits in order to complete the degree, which is going to be about 16 courses. That takes into account all of the courses that you need for psychology, and then those handful of courses to round out your Hamline Plan. So, speaking of courses, looking towards the fall, which starts on September 3rd. So our terms are 16 weeks long, and those are divided into 2 8-week sessions. So session 1 for fall starts on September 3rd and runs through October 25th. In the email, I've listed out the courses that we're offering, Session 1 and Session 2. To be considered a full-time student in the program, students need to take at least 12 credits or 3 courses during the 16-week term. Anything less than that is considered part-time. And that decision to go full-time or part-time, students need to just decide what kind of course load they think they can handle. It can be based on, what you're doing in your work, with family and other commitments, volunteer things in your life. And I think after the first term, you'll have a much better sense of what you think you can balance. I think in our early discussions, I'm pretty sure you were leaning towards going full-time. So I've given 2 options for you as far as courses for the fall. One at full-time, taking 3 classes, and the other is a part-time option, just taking 1 course each session. Looking at the full-time option, which is the one I think you're leaning towards, I would have you in 2 courses for Session 1, the transfer seminar, which is required of all students, and then that Psychology 3450, which is adult development and aging. And then for Session 2, the course that I would have you in is Psychology 3980, which is risk and resilience. Let me know what you think about that. If you think that looks good, I'll go ahead and get you registered. I'd like to get that done this week if possible, just so I can get you information about those courses and the textbooks that you're going to need so that you have everything ready to go before classes start on September 3rd. The rest of this email just is a little pieces of information. It just gives some dates for the rest of the academic calendar. And then for financial aid, you did receive your financial aid award package, so you're all set with that. I know you had some questions about how that was distributed, and I think that's all figured out. And I talked to Lynette, and she's going to be reissuing that. For some reason, it didn't split it up over all 3 terms, fall, spring, and summer. It should have been. So she's reissuing that. It's all the same amount of money. It's just going to be split over those three terms. Let me know if you have any questions. Again, Maddie, welcome to Hamlin and to the online program. I'm glad this all worked out, and I look forward to working with you on helping you graduate with that bachelor's. Take care.